Hello everybody, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT and this is the my vlog for November 2021 about what's coming up on the channel, my thoughts and opinions on the previous games that I've just played, etc. and whatever updates is going on with me as well as the channel. So a couple of topics to talk about before we get started. I now do have a TikTok, which I wasn't really planning on making, but whatever, I thought to hell with it, I'll make one, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing on there. I've made a couple of update videos rather than post them on Instagram because I can basically I can make longer videos, about 3 minutes long, so I'm not rushing to fit everything in a 1 minute video. So yeah, don't forget to follow me on TikTok. That will be in the link in the description below, along with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want to follow me on. Also, if you want to donate to my channel as well. But anyway, so I just thought I'd get some of that social media stuff out the way. So yeah, TikTok, I'm making small update videos here and there talking about various topics. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer possibly getting sacked. He still hasn't been sacked. Of course, the breaking news right now is that, oh God, what's his name? The Tottenham manager has been sacked. Today, I don't know who they're going to get him to replace him. I don't think Conte will go there or anyone like that. I can't see that. Maybe Eddie Howe, I think, is looking for work. Who knows? Maybe even Coleman, who just got sacked as Barcelona manager. He got £12 million payout. I don't know if he'll be itching to jump into that job. Yeah, I mean, it's worse than the Barcelona job. Well, in respects to the talent and quality that he's got available to him there, I don't know if that would happen. But anyway, that's just breaking news, as it were. So, yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about updates with me. I went to the dentist, had my tooth fixed. Thank God, the pain shooting through my upper left this upper side, my God, that killed me. That's now been fixed, thank God, so that's all good. Hopefully that obviously that won't interfere with recording moving forward. If you have noticed, I do have my glasses off and my eyes probably do look a lot smaller and everything. And it's because years ago I was squinting as a kid looking at the board. And I never had glasses for years, even though I needed them. And yeah, I got them later on, like at age 17 or something like that. But yeah, the main reason for leaving my glasses off at this point is because I've got sick and tired of the reflection in my glasses. I know there's a way to solve it and everything, blah blah, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to remove them because I'm not really reading anything, or what I'm reading is I've just jotted down some things. It's not detailed reading with long paragraphs or anything as such. So I got my second COVID jab, and the reason I mention it specifically, well, A, it's something that happened to me, but B, it was, I remember the last month I said, or 1 or 2 months ago, I said that it was shooting pain, like it was putting lava into my goddamn arm. It was like fucking burning and everything. It was really painful. So I get my second one done, and essentially the guy goes, oh, and I'm like, what? Is there something wrong? Is it like, what's wrong with my arm? Anything up with it? Whatever. He's like, no, you got X amount of muscle mass, a lot of muscle mass. And I'm like, no, that's just fat, surely. Whatever. He's like, no, I have to get into the fat and then into the muscle. It's quite a lot there, so I'm gonna have to get a bigger needle. I'm like, what? You know, he pulls out this fucking a bigger needle, not too much bigger, but it was still like the needle that you have and then another half of one or whatever. I don't know, 1.5 needles. I was like, shit. So he injected me with that, and ironically I didn't feel it. So the first time I had it done, they should have used a bigger needle on me. They didn't, and it killed this one because it was a bigger needle. They didn't need to do so much pushing it in or whatever, you know what I mean? It slotted in nicely and it was fine. So yeah, my second COVID jab was a lot more pleasurable than the first one. It didn't hurt as much after. The arm was aching, but on the whole, it was fine, better than the first one that I had done. So thank God. People have been telling me, "Are you getting the booster jab?" I'm like, fuck no. I did throw up a second time. They said that I would have maybe the same symptoms, which I kind of understood. So I threw up at the first time, I threw up at the second time as well. But other than that, I'm fine now, so that's all good. Battlefield 4, my thoughts on that. The Battlefield playthrough finishes this week. I think it's a very good game. I think that it's acted really well. The voice acting is incredible. It still holds up. I think it was released in 2011 or 2013, I'm not too sure, but it still holds up really well graphics wise. I did go into a server on the multiplayer just to check, and no one was in the server obviously, but graphically it looked beautiful still. I was still impressed with it. Of course the new one comes out I was planning on buying it. I don't think I will. I'm sick and tired of setting myself back when I'm trying to get my PC/PS5. So, you know, and I've already spent 120 on 2 games in FIFA and Vanguard, which I'll talk a little bit in a minute. So I've already spent that amount, so I don't really want to go buy Battlefield and then, you know, bounce between the 2 games. And I don't know. It's just there's no campaign in Battlefield and everything anyway. But I don't know. I'm probably going to leave Battlefield 2042, whatever it's called, at this point anyway. Who knows? So yeah, Battlefield 4, a really good game. Really enjoyed it. And like I said, the voice acting holds up, the quality of it. The campaign's still good, I feel, decent. Unravel this month I played, Unravel 2 rather. Indie game, I know you guys don't like indie games. That's something I learned from releasing the likes of Unravel, really, I suppose. Just dire numbers for it, but whatever. I think most of my playthroughs are dire numbers anyway because they're older games, and that's fine. But indie games, especially, I don't think you guys really much enjoy them. But at the same time, I'm playing them here and there because to break up, sometimes I need to play those games. You know, A, they might be interesting to me, but B, sometimes I can't really find a game that I want to play, so I'm looking, you know, I'm a content creator and I try to create daily, so I've got to find something to play that I think's, you know, get around to playing it. I play a lot of games, I know they're older, but I'm trying to, you know, break those up here and there with various things. So please bear that in mind, and that will be the same for this month, which I'll get to in a little bit as well. Unravel 2 has a lot of, I like the gameplay, but the dynamic, they changed up a little bit. But because I'm used to the game, the first one, I was able to get through it a lot quicker. In the first one, it took me like 10 hours to complete. Maybe that was by design. Maybe I was just slow and shit at it, and that's fine. But Unravel 2, I completed in 5 days, so that was done. So that's completed now as well. This month, I know you now. It's funny because I talk about the indie games and stuff like that and older games. Yet Yakuza was released in 2019 or 2020, and yet no one's really watching that. I'm so surprised at that, but it's still going to keep coming out anyway. I love the game. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think if you're not playing it, at least watch me play it. It's got such a great story. I love the gameplay, even though it's something totally new to my channel or me in general. I've gone from not liking that style of gameplay to really enjoying Yakuza. It's now one in my top 10. The series is in my top 10. So Nier Automata, Monster Hunter World, Metal Gear, Yakuza's in there now. Like, it's just, there's so many games I've discovered. Kingdom Hearts is really good as well. I know it's like a childlike game, but and I thought more people would watch it, but it is what it is. So a couple of playthroughs that I've done which have been kind of failures or just not, I don't know. I mean, I've got 3,230 25 people on my channel, and don't get the views like that at all in anything that I do in Kingdom Hearts. And then we've got, you know, Battlefield was subpar, but okay. I think I got more views on Battlefield 4. And then Unravel 2, well, that was no, an indie game. But so again, Yakuza going forward, I'm still going to be releasing that this month as well. So for the first week, this week I'm going to be finishing up Battlefield 4. We're going to close the week out with Yakuza, get more of that game done, and then I'm going to be starting a playthrough called Sea of Solitude, which is about suicide. Now, it's an indie game. They're short videos, 20 minutes each on average, I think. The chapters are very short. That's just the way the game's built, so I'm going to break them up into chapters. At the same time, I was going to release this around Christmas for the period of the sake of everyone's busy during Christmas, and you know, family, friends, whatever it may be, yeah. So I thought, well, Sea of Solitude, it's going to be a slow month for Christmas. I'll just release that because no one's really going to be paying too much attention to my channel anyway because of the holidays. So, you know, it is what it is. But then I thought, you know what? It's in bad taste to release the game, at least in my opinion, about suicide during Christmas. I know that hits people hard. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying everyone's going to be jumping on my channel and whatever, but I just don't think it's very tasteful to release that kind of game during that time period, at least in my opinion anyway. Maybe that's just me being me, but who knows. I'm just going to release it now, so it's November, and then we can get on to other games in December which are not like that kind of thing. Plus, it's one of the last indie games that I got to play. There's this one and one other, which I won't go into just now, but you know, for the most part, you guys don't like indie games anyway, or at least that's the feeling I get. Sometimes they pique your interest, sometimes they don't. I get it. It is what it is. So, Sea of Solitude, Yakuza will be ongoing. And I think that will basically, those two games will take up the entirety of November. But of course, don't get me wrong, there's other things as well on my channel. Of course, there's the FIFA that will continue as well, FIFA career mode. You guys can, after the Chelsea FIFA career mode's finished, you guys can have a vote on where I go and where I go next. Whether it be Spain, Italy, you'll have a vote on that, and I'll put that on my community tab. Also, speaking of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It's finishing now for me multiplayer. It will be replaced by Call of Duty Vanguard. Two things on the Call of Duty Black Ops game. I didn't do campaign because the PS4 Pro is a fucking jet. I put it on, I tried to play it, and it went, it's just ridiculous. You can't hear the characters' voices. It's a fucking jet engine in the background, so that's an ongoing issue, as you know. And yeah, I know I keep ranting about that, but because it's an ongoing problem, it is what it is. So anyway, I couldn't play Black Ops Cold War campaign, and I will get to that when I get a PS5, etc. Right? But also another problem with Black Ops Cold War is the fact that they're the point system based, and whenever I got near a strife or anything like that, it was like they took it out of my way. Like it was like, oh, get 5,000, you had like 3,500 or 4,500. It's like, it just pissed me off to get that amount of points. You know, rather than a kill basis where it was just a kill streak and you got like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you get dogs or whatever it may be, or chopper gunner. That was easier instead of like points. I don't know. It just pissed me off. So and in Vanguard they've returned to that model, so that's going to be interesting. So I feel like I'm going to have more of a chance to get things. I got dogs in the beta at one point, or well, I think I got them once or twice. So I'm looking forward to going returning to that model. A lot of people are saying that Vanguard, there's no hype for it, which I kind of understand. It's World War One, World War Two, or whatever, and lots of people ain't interested in that kind of time period or era. I understand, but I'm going to replace Black Ops. I don't think, you know, I watch a lot of commentary channels, and whenever they're playing a game or trolling or whatever it may be, they're never playing Black Ops. They're playing Modern Warfare. So a lot of people, I used to love Black Ops, the actual game, the story and everything in respects to, it was the first game I jumped in when SOCOM died. I basically jumped onto Call of Duty, which was Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 back then, I think. And essentially ongoing, I've loved that series ever since. I just didn't like the system of the point system that they released this year. Plus there was a lack of maps. It took them ages to release all the maps. In a new Vanguard going forward, there's going to be 20 maps straight off the bat, so that's going to be really cool. We're going to see lots of different maps. We're going to have, you know, I'll be using different guns each week and stuff like that. I know it's a weekly series and stuff like that, but it is what it is. So Vanguard will be replacing Call of Duty Black Ops, and again, if you're not interested in playing it yourself and you want to stick to Modern Warfare or Black Ops even, by all means, I'm going to be playing that. And I know it's World War One, World War Two, but I did play the beta, and I did shit. If you watch the beta, I played shit in the first 1 or 2 games, but then after the third, fourth, fifth game, I got 40 kills in one game. So you know what I mean? I'm good at it. It took me a while to adapt to. There's one particular map I fucking hated, and I'm still not a fan of it. The one where there's down planes, is it, or something? I don't know. It's the first map I play in the game. It's fucking shit. I did shit in it. Anyway, so Vanguard I'm looking forward to playing, so that'll be on my channel as well. Also, what else is happening? Now, I know a lot of indie games are not popular on my channel. What is popular on my channel is open world games. And it's kind of funny because a lot of stuff that I do, you guys don't like, or say you prefer this and I prefer that. So it's kind of butting heads about what you prefer and what I'm doing. It's kind of funny that way. I seem to get a lot of people with that, at least in theory, or what I notice. But a lot of things something we do come together on is open world games, which is kind of ironic because when I first started this channel, open world games was a big no-no for me. I was like, I'm not doing open world games. They're too big. And my worry was essentially I would have to sit here running for 20 minutes trying to get to the next location. Are you going to sit there watching me run for 20 minutes? Yes, as fast travel. Yes, you unlock that at later dates in some games. It is what it is. So it's kind of weird how now I love open world games. I did always like Assassin's Creed, but then I could do that at my own time. But then when it comes to recording, it's a bit different because I got entertained or keep talking for X, Y, and Z and try to make the video fulfilling. So basically, open world games I actually do very much enjoy. I wanted to play the Assassin's Creed Rome game, and then I know they've got Valhalla out. I'll wait for, obviously I'll play Valhalla at some point, but I want to do the Roman game first. Of course, I play them on PlayStation. Of course, the jet engine's a piece of shit. So, again, it's hindering me with that. Also, one of my popular playthroughs on my channel in terms of open world is obviously GTA 5. and of course Mafia. I want to play the Mafia series. I've got Mafia 1 and 2, but I haven't been able to play them, again, because the jet engine. So the PlayStation 4 Pro is holding me back for a lot of stuff. And I'm going to start buying more stuff on the Xbox just because it's quiet. It's ridiculous. I've been releasing a lot of games and going forward on the Xbox, just because I can, because it's quiet and I don't have to have the jet engine in the background. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I'm even going to start buying a few games on there as well. Speaking of which, a project that's coming up that I'm able to do, I don't know when I'm going to be releasing it, so you just have to wait, bear with me, understand that. Is basically GTA the collection is going to be available on Xbox as well, so I'll buy it there and I'll play it on there specifically, and I'll be in the next month of December. I'll be working on that, working on playing that game, and then I'll release it at some point, because I don't want to start. This is just my philosophy these days, just to be smart about it, and that's, I don't want to start releasing games in bits like I was before. So I would just say record today and I'd release that video today. I don't want to do that. No way, because I like to know that the job's done, all like all of it's completed, and then I'm able to release it as and when. Because if there's a week where I can't do something, or a week where I can't record, or I get sick, or whatever it may be, I've still got content for you guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, imagine if I was ill now, unable to record, and I've got no content for you today. That would piss me off. Maybe it would anger you. I don't know. But I don't like doing that, so I like releasing daily kind of thing, so it is what it is. So yeah, GTA San Andreas, or whichever one it is that they've created before the other two, will be out at some point. That will be on the works during this month and December, and I'll release that as and when. So yeah, open world games I want to return to and use them to break up smaller playthroughs. There is coming to a point now where I'm kind of struggling to find what I'm going to have to play, because, you know, a lot of the games that I've got are on the PlayStation 4, so I'm like, I don't want to, you know, it's kind of annoying, it's hindering me. I want to play Horizon. You know, the new one's coming out. I want to play Horizon, so that's going to be interesting. I think it's semi-open world as well, but again, that's on fucking PlayStation, so you can see my point about this shit hindering me, and it is driving me insane. I would have had my PC by September, but again, my laptop broke and I needed a laptop, so I'm still saving for it set me back a lot. So I'm still saving for my PC. I'll get there, trust me on that, and everything else, and then I'll start working for a PS5 kind of thing. So yeah, open world games, GTA will be coming to my channel, the older games at some point. I just don't know when. Christmas, I think, will be better in terms of content, because there'll be maybe one indie game, I don't know, but essentially there's going to be Yakuza, and it'll be one other AAA game, and then one indie game. That indie game takes up a week, and I'll probably put that out on Christmas week, so like the Christmas Day, Boxing Day, where you guys are really busy and not interested in watching my YouTube channel or whatever it is. You know, you may or may not be. You might be in, cozied up, whatever, and you may want to watch my channel. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Who knows? Or you might just be busy with family and friends visiting and partying, or whatever it may be that you're going to be doing. So I release something that's like on the down low kind of thing, where it doesn't really matter, because you know it's going to come out, but essentially I'm releasing it at an indie game at a time where you guys are busy, so meh, doesn't really matter. At least in theory, that's my thinking on it. Anyway, moving on from that, I have finished Squid Game. I've started to watch it. Man, that is intense. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. All I'm going to say is I 100% recommend you guys watch it. It's a fantastic show with such intensity. I loved it. I want there to be season 2. You know, again, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so, you know, I'm not going to say too much about it, but it is a really, really good show. And, you know, it's funny because I've always said that, you know, if you dub things over, yeah, the voices don't always match, but if you dub things over for people to watch and make it easier for the Western world to watch, then it can go mainstream, because a lot of shows are really, really good dramas. I've watched a lot of Korean dramas and stuff like that, like, you know, and they're fucking fantastic, and comedy dramas as well, kind of thing. It's just brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. And oh no, sorry, some of the ones I watch actually are actually subtitled, and I read them, but they're so fucking good. It's worth it. And I watch anime. I refuse to watch anime subbed, because I don't like the idea of watching cartoons in subbed form. It pisses me off. I just want to watch it dubbed. That's just my philosophy on that. But I will watch Korean shows, or Japanese films like Old Boy in the original, not the Western version. I've seen the Western version, it ain't bad, but if you're gonna watch Old Boy, you watch the original series. I mean the original film is fucking brilliant, and they don't, you know, it's just fucking brilliant. Yeah, so Squid Game is absolutely brilliant. Highly recommend it. Also, if you like Squid Game and you're looking for something kind of similar, I recommend Battle Royale. It's basically the same kind of thing with kids. They basically take kids who are arseholes or delinquents or, you know what I mean, just like people who are just trash of society as they deem, and then they put them on an island and they give them a load of weapons and they say, now go kill each other, and whoever wins the game gets to go free. I don't know if you get money, but you damn sure get to go free. And so you end up killing, if you're in a class full of bad kids where they bung them all, you're able to, you know, you kill all the other bad kids, and then you get to survive. It's a really good premise. They did it years ago. It's Battle Royale. It's a Korean film, and also they got Battle Royale 2. So there's two of those movies out. 100% recommend them. No, they're not dubbed. They are subtitled, but my god, they're fucking worth it. And if you love Squid Game, you will love that show. I mean that film as well. So I highly recommend that as well. Also, Cowboy Bebop, the live action movie show's coming out. I know that might hit a lot of people might enjoy that if you're into sci-fi and stuff like that, especially if it's the mainstream, as it were. I recommend watching the anime first. The anime, the original one, or 1998's anime, is on Netflix. I'm rewatching it myself. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, the character, there's criticism of character don't look too good. I actually think it looks not that bad. They actually have race swapped, I believe, at least in theory, in my opinion, of the guy who's like the second guy, the big guy with a bald head or whatever and a beard. Like he like owns the ship, drives the ship or what have you. They've race swapped him, but it still kind of works because the guy's big and he's shaven and he's got that beard. So it's just his skin color that's different, but essentially he's the same build. So whatever. So I can buy into that, and it doesn't really bother me so much. Race swapping always pisses me off, or anything like that, because it's just ridiculous. I'm not saying. I mean, again, I mean, I could be, for example, and we'll speak about the Resident Evil movie as well coming out. Resident Evil. TV show on Netflix looks horrible. Like the characters that they've put in there just looks garbage. Regardless of what characters they're playing, they just don't look right. So I was thinking the Resident Evil Raccoon City, Welcome to Raccoon City movie that's coming out was going to be a lot better, and and follow the characters and everything. And once again, Hollywood have ruined this, managed to fuck it up. They've race swapped Jill Valentine, and she don't look nothing like Jill Valentine. It looks fucking terrible. It's garbage. So I won't be watching that. I won't be supporting that because it's fucking complete bullshit. I mean, and you might say, well, that's kind of hypocritical because you're saying, well, Cowboy Bebop did it, but you're allowing it, but you're not allowing it for Jill Valentine. The difference is that the guy in Cowboy Bebop looks similar to the guy. He's just black. You know what I mean? When it's the Jill Valentine, she looks nothing like Jill Valentine. It's terrible. Not even the hairstyle, nothing. It's just horrible. They can't get away with it. Maybe I'm a bit biased because it's a woman in respects to, I like Jill Valentine. Maybe that's a fan in me saying that. But at the same time, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's done crap where people who are cosplayed have cosplayed it better. Like, what the fuck is a hundreds of millions of pound movie or whatever, multi-million pound studio, not getting that right? It's fucking retarded. At least the original movies, which everyone criticised, which they said there was less horror and more action-based, serious in, what's her name? Mila Jovovich or whatever it is, the original Resident Evil. Oh, sorry guys, I got a cold. At least they kept true to the characters. And again, no disrespect to the actresses or actors playing these parts. You could say, hey, Perry, you're in a movie, you're in a Resident Evil movie, you're playing Chris Redfield. I could be the greatest actor in the world, okay? Here's the problem. I don't look nothing like Chris Redfield. So why would you put me in it? It doesn't make fucking sense to me. And that's my issue, the look. Not even the acting ability, the look. And that's what pisses me off about it anyway. So it is what it is. I won't be supporting that Resident Evil show. I might give the Resident Evil Netflix show a look in, and I'll see how they do it, like the first episode or something, but on the whole, I don't really plan on watching that, to be honest with you, like the whole way through. It's pissing me off with all these characters. I'll see how bad they look. It looks atrocious, but whatever. If you do, you do. That's your choice. But if you're a fan of the show or the original movies that came out, or you're a fan of the game, I think for the most part you'd be pretty fucking disappointed and pissed off with how Netflix and the likes of Hollywood have taken these characters and just race swapping them around and making them look the way they should look. And that's what pisses me off as fans of the series. You have casuals watching it, fine. Go nuts. It's up to you. At the end of the day, if you're a fan of a series or not, watch it. Don't watch it. I don't care. But that's just my take on it. I'm not. I just think it's shit and it's kind of ruining it. But whatever. It is what it is. It's Hollywood slash Netflix. Like I said, ironically, I think that Netflix got a lot of the Cowboy Bebop stuff right. Okay, they race swap one character, but again, he looks very similar, so it's not an issue for me, and I can buy into it. It looks pretty decent, and I will be giving that one a watch. So yeah, that's about it from me, guys, for this month. So more or less, it's Yakuza Sea of Solitude coming out this month for me. You know, so it's an indie game and a main game kind of thing. Going forward, we have Call of Duty Vanguard starting up this month. FIFA will continue on the channel. FIFA Sims as well. FIFA Sims they're not getting discovered that much because of Sky Sports now got their own YouTube channel kind of thing. So people are going there to watch the highlights. I'm getting discovered a lot less. It is what it is. But it's a series I enjoy doing, and sometimes I can do it with commentary, sometimes I can't. So who knows? It is what it is. I'm going to continue it regardless, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I would have thought I would have more of a bigger audience at this point, maybe 100 people watching every video that I release in that respect. But it isn't that way. It is what it is. But that's always been my YouTube channel, though, isn't it? Low numbers. But whatever. If you enjoy my content, thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot. Yeah, next month should be a lot interesting with a AAA game. Yakuza will continue, and I'll close it off with one indie game during the Christmas. But like I said, in the meantime, I'll be working on content that I want to create, and in the backlog and stuff. So slowly but surely we get there. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok as well. If you're interested in seeing topics that I want to talk about randomly for 3 minutes, or you want to just get update videos about what's coming out on the channel each week or every few weeks or whatever, I'll just let you guys know. Looking forward to Vanguard. Yeah, that's about all there is to say, guys. Alright, guys, I'll see you in my next playthrough or the continuation of Yakuza this week. Thanks so much for watching.